For Shiba Inu, today is different. Shiba Inu at last rebounded after days of crashes, absorbing most of the losses lately. Individuals are festively partying. But today someone has pointed out something really large. Recent sets of dubious movements appear to be done by Coinbase and Blackrock. Billions of crypto are being questioned. One expert clarified, however, that it may indicate another thing. And this might be the cue Shiba Inu needs to start pricing again. What is occurring? And what on earth am I even debating? Allow me to clarify, then. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more Shib news, be sure to click the like button. 1 minute. This is what is Shiba Inu's price is really rising. At last, recovering what it lost in the last day, Shiba Inu seems to be moving on the correct path after every turn. This is ridiculous. Though I don't want to jinx things, would this be the time we have been waiting for? Yes, the rise is not significant, but come on, any change in the correct direction counts. Shiba Inu has been stalled for so long that even a tiny push like this seems fantastic. And let me say straightforwardly, every mass gathering begins somewhere, right? Suppose this is just the start. At last may Shiba Inu be waking. Recently, the digital currency market has surprised everyone a lot, and to be honest, this seems to be one of those times when things may turn fascinating. Though we should still be a bit careful, I aim not to ruin the enjoyment. One researcher noted that Shiba Inu is still lingering around a critical resistance level, even when it is displaying strength. And depending on how it responds to this zone, either it continues ascending or steps back. Yesterday turned out to be odd. While Bitcoin and most other cryptocurrencies were faltering, Shiba Inu pulled off a strong gain. It was an interesting occasion when it defied the direction of the market. On closer inspection, however, Shiba Inu is clearly still down quite a little over the last week and month. That's when things become complicated. Paul Endio, a market analyst, clarified that Shiba Inu has been under various difficult circumstances, like reduced interest from major investors and slow network development. He also saw a worrying trend in the graphs that would imply additional downside should things not improve shortly. Furthermore, not helping the matter are new data showing a declining on-chain activity for Shibarium. Right now, everyone's focus is on this vital pricing range. Should Shiba Inu show great strength, we may see a clear comeback with prices moving back towards the highs for this month. If it drops that support, however, things might become tough and another fall could be en route. Therefore, even although this event is fascinating, it is absolutely a wait and see opportunity to learn what will happen next. Still, for everyone, this small pump is a breath of fresh air. Although it's not the largest leap, this is really a quite encouraging indication considering the state of the crypto market recently. And here comes the insane bit. Many investors have turned into profit even with this little increase. One analyst presented some rather fascinating material on this. A while ago, the bulk of Shiba Inu owners were still in the negative. Just slightly more than a third were experiencing gains. Look forward to today, fast forward. And that figure has increased by tens of thousands even with all the market challenges. More investors in the green than in previous year indicates that Shiba Inu's general profitability has really increased. And while many wallets still show loss, the proportion of those suffering has really decreased. That represents such a significant transaction. Shiba Inu is so holding ground better than previously, despite with all the fluctuations. Thus, even if it is not a full-fledged gathering yet, it is a positive approach and worth considering alone. You still may be wondering, however, what exactly is happening. Why have lately's pricing movement been so erratic? Let us so stand back and consider the whole situation. As it happens, Bitcoin is trending in a similar manner. It has been somewhat rebounding today, almost negating its previous losses and finding a particular price range. Here, however, things become very fascinating. Unbelievably, none other than Coinbase has been driving all this Bitcoin fluctuation, said one expert. Being the face of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin is always under scrutiny for price volatility. However, recently something strange has been occurring. Big traders on Coinbase, also known as whales, have been operating the price movement, notes CryptoQuant CEO Kai Youngju. Trading activity on Coinbase skyrocketed during the previous week, adding to the current volatility of Bitcoin. And based on Jewish studies, the ownership of Bitcoin is more dispersed than most people would have you know. While Binance traders entered at a much cheaper cost, the large structures and ETF buyers scooped up their Bitcoin at a far higher price. Some of the earliest Bitcoin investors, miners, and long-term owners bought in at costs that look shockingly cheap in relation to the current market. This combination of many purchasers, all with varying degrees of Bitcoin, is producing a market wherein some are cashing out while other people are still holding firm. It's also not surprising that Shiba Inu and other cryptocurrencies are responding in their own manner, as Bitcoin's actions usually define the tone the whole crypto market is set. Therefore, even if Shiba Inu's price behavior might appear erratic, it is all related to the more general dynamics operating in the crypto realm. And about Coinbase, there is more. Blackrock really made a significant move, dumping a lot of Bitcoin and Ethereum in within 1 hour. And right now, people are humming with conjecture. The largest asset management in the world, BlackRock allegedly moved a large stack of Bitcoin and Ethereum directly into its Coinbase account in a move that has attracted the interest of both big money investors and crypto dealers. Over a relatively short period of time, we are discussing a movement of around 1,800 Bitcoin value over $160 million and more than 18,000 Ethereum valued at almost $44 million. This therefore begs some quite important issues. BlackRock is intensifying its focus on crypto, shifting money for its customers, or preparing the ground for something more grandiostic. Though movements like these don't simply happen for no cause, nobody knows exactly yet. With a move this large, the market might be about to show some fascinating behavior. One thing is evident if this is just a daily shuffle or an indication of something more significant developing. The whole crypto world watches when companies like BlackRock act, and that involves the Shiba Inu, which might experience the knock-on effects of whatever comes next, just like anything else on the market. On the plus side, however, Coinbase also executed a huge deal today, a significant alliance that will simplify purchasing and trading cryptocurrencies, aimed at providing Nigerian citizens with a more seamless and safe approach to trade cryptocurrencies. Coinbase today revealed a new collaboration with Onboard Global. Given the quick expansion of a market, this is a significant change particularly. Through a network of reputable dealers, Coinbase wallet customers in Nigeria will now be able to purchase crypto using their native money thanks to this cooperation. Furthermore, both businesses have pledged to keep an eye on what consumers really need and ensure that everything complies with laws. As the crypto scene develops, alliances like these may set the stage for even more grandiose events. Furthermore, it is evident from these actions that the sector is forward-looking, which may be fantastic news for Shiba Inu and the whole crypto market. Now, with everything surrounding Coinbase, this might affect Shiba Inu's situation. Massive Bitcoin and Ethereum transactions, significant players like BlackRock creating waves, all these actions set up a great event for the whole crypto market, including Coinbase's new alliance. And predict what? One of the greatest winners in all of this might be Shiba Inu. Here is the reason this is huge. Right present, a lot of important crypto activity revolves around Coinbase. A domino effect results from the abrupt rise in Bitcoin trading, institutional engagement, and increased crypto accessibility in formerly unexplored areas. The market responds whole when Bitcoin changes, and traditionally Shiba Inu have followed, carefully following in major demonstrations. Then consider it. More consumers will be entering the market if use of cryptocurrencies continues rising with alliances like Coinbase, and onboard worldwide access makes crypto simpler. Greater liquidity, greater thrill, and greater focus on meme currencies like Shiba Inu follow from this. We've seen that somewhere before. Shiba Inu erupts rather than just moving up a little as momentum rises. This may be the ideal configuration for a large price increase. Those are all the losses. They might just vanish earlier than predicted. Should Shiba Inu catch the wave, it might once again rank among the most often discussed cryptocurrencies available. And should that occur, we may be seeing one of those fabled price spikes sending Shiba Inu stratospheric. Every bit is falling together. The only query is if another Shiba Inu explosion is poised to happen. Looking forward, maybe the greatest thing we can do at the moment is remain patient and believe the process is working. Markets shift in cycles, and sometimes, as a well-known expert noted in a recent Twitter message, the best approach is just to write it down. He informed everyone that before finally reaching new highs, Bitcoin saw many significant pullbacks ranging over 20% back in 2017. A few of them declines lasted many months, and during that period, Shiba Inu cryptocurrencies saw even more swings. Still, in the end, it was all just noise. The ones that won big, that is precisely what may be occurring with Shiba Inu right now, or the ones who remained committed and refused to allow the temporary declines disturb them. Though history demonstrates that patience pays off, we have witnessed declines, corrections, and erratic price fluctuations. It might be best to zoom out, recall how these markets operate, and let issues play out rather than obsessing over every little action. Shiba Inu might be preparing for something grand if history repeats itself, and it frequently does with cryptocurrencies. When things at last start to turn around, all the instability, all the ups and downs might just be building towards something amazing. Are we then ready for it? On this, however, what do you think? Comments down below. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it and subscribe to the channel.